Why is 2023 such an important year for the Florida State Seminoles? There's a lot of things around this, but there's a couple key facets that we need to talk about. Let's take a look at it this way. It's been building for a while in Tallahassee. You've been building under Mike Norvell. Now, you just got paid, just gave him some money that he deserved. But when he took over this program in 2020, they went 3-6 with the COVID year, which how many of you know, to install a culture and to get your team to head the right direction when you're doing Zoom meetings is tough to have an impact that way. In 2021, you come a game away from making a bowl game, all right? You finish 5-7. Frustration, 2 years in a row. The first 2 years under Mike Norvell, miss a bowl game. Last year, pop. 2022, you go 10-3. Your 3 losses are to ranked teams. And it would have been easy during that losing stretch to kind of just hang your head, feel sorry for yourself, get back to old Florida State. You know what I'm talking about. The old Florida State that sort of would fall over at the sign of adversity. That wasn't them. They went on to finish the year really strong, beat a good Oklahoma team in their bowl game. And now for 2023, what's next? What's next? You have built all this momentum to crescendo in 2023, and a lot of the good people in Tallahassee, for good reason, are expecting this to be the year. Also, you got a lot of key pieces back. Jared Verse, one of our top 10 players here, according to the staff at On3. Jordan Travis, who I fully believe is one of the best players in the country as well. I don't make the list, so don't come at me about the list. I don't make those. But Jordan Travis, I think, is a special talent. He's coming back. A lot of pieces now are in place where you look around in Florida State and you say, hey, man, we got more than a fair shot. We got more than a chance here. It's built to this. The Death Star now is fully operational. More on that in a second. But if you have not yet subscribed to the On3 YouTube channel, we'd love to have you a part of this. Shout out to all the Florida State faithful that have joined us here in the last few months. We're glad to have you a part of this. And if you have not yet joined the party, no time like the present. Again, we're happy to have you. Also, follow me on Instagram and on Twitter at JD Piquel. It's a great medium for us to have a back and forth and talk about what you want to talk about. Comment on this video what you think Florida State's record is going to be in 2023. I'm curious to hear your thoughts. In addition to all of this, with the pieces that have coming back and the pieces they went and got via the portal with Jaheim Bell and Fentrell Cypress, the reason this is also a big year for Florida State, they're primed for a big year, but think about how this could separate them in state. Miami and Florida are both in positions where they're hungry, right? Like they are chasing you if you're Florida State. You're leading the state. And you have 2 dogged recruiters in Mario Cristobal and Billy Napier. Florida had a number 11 class this year. Miami had a number 6 class this year. Florida State, you finished number 20. That's all right. You're repairing the roster. You're still sort of retooling via the transfer portal. That's okay. But if you were to, like I've said this before, if you were to win the state yet again, let's say you win the ACC, you're a college football playoff team, think about the impact and the message that would send to the rest of the state of Florida. And the reason why that's such a big deal, think about the talent that's in the state of Florida from a high school perspective. It's very early on, but from our 2024 player rankings, of the top 50 in the 2024 class, 10% of those cats are from the state of Florida. You look at the 2023 class, finished up 32 5-stars, 7 of them from the Sunshine State. So there's ballers in your state looking for a reason to stay home. And if you can prove you are not just the top of the state, but in the top tier of the college football landscape, and they can stay home and go play for Mike Norvell in Tallahassee, like, that's a deal, man. That's a pitch that you can make and make for a long time. Hey, help us keep this thing rolling. Help us sustain this success in our program. I'm just saying, if you were to cash in on the kind of year that you expect to have, that would start the snowball effect. Okay? Your number 20 recruiting class this year in 2023, I promise you it would not be near number 20 this time next season. And in 2 years. Like, it would just crescendo and there would be more eyeballs on Florida State. And also, if you're winning like that at Florida State, it's a very big edge to have over your other in-state brethren. Okay? And I include UCF in that, who's now a Power 5 team as well, headed to the Big 12. This is the window for Florida State. the key pieces are back. It's your fourth year under Mike Norvell. And also, think about the ACC. Who is just the flat-out leader in the clubhouse in the ACC? Is it Florida State? Clemson's got a new quarterback, got a new OC. Who knows what's going on with Miami? Who knows what's going on at NC State? Wake Forest, they got a new quarterback. Like, do you hear what I'm saying? There's a lot of transition, a lot of churn, if you will, within the ACC. And Florida State's sitting there saying, man, we're primed and ready to go. Like, if you were to pick a clear and away favorite, maybe not clear and away. If you were to pick a favorite, I don't know what Vegas says about this right now, I'd have a hard time betting against Florida State, is what I'm trying to tell you. Now, Will Shipley was on the program. It's one of our guys here. We root for Will Shipley. I would love to see how that shakes out when those two teams end up playing. Because Florida State and Clemson are going to go to war for this thing. But the point I'm trying to make here is there's no certain favorite in the ACC. This is the year that you could do it and really jumpstart the future for Florida State. Yeah, you won 10 games last year. You're happy with that, but that's not the goal. Goal is to win the conference. Goal is to play for the college football playoff. All right, so for Florida State, it's a huge year. It is a huge year, and we've said it before, but if you're in Tallahassee, the message is the time is now. We've been building to this. Our quarterback is back. Other key pieces are back. We got some weapons via the portal. Got some weapons back. Like, the time is now. Set the tone in the state of Florida for the future. Let's go handle our business. This has been The Hard Count. We appreciate y'all rocking with us. Nick Bright, Lifting Heavy. This is your show. Okay, make sure you're subscribed. Follow me on Instagram and on Twitter at JD Pickell. I want to hear from y'all and do more of what you want to see. Okay? We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. We're going to keep the party rolling, and we will see y'all next time. Hey, y'all. Thanks so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel here to make sure you don't miss an episode of The Hard Count. Also, be sure to check out other videos on the On3 YouTube channel.